Okay, I took a shortcut, or tried to take a shortcut, I don't know how many times, overturning a wrongful conviction with exculpatory evidence. And I tried outside help. Now, this is 8/14/16, which was some years ago. That's when I was somewhat mobile. NWU Center for Wrongful Convictions got chased out. You could see that's where I'm at. Buildings in the background. I asked them to accompany me to the state's attorney's office to have them overturn a wrongful conviction using exculpatory evidence. It's a requirement in Rule 3.8, Rules of Professional Conduct. It's a requirement. It's the law. Okay, so they said that's not the way we do things around here. And I says, that's the reason things are so messed up. And she says, that's all you got, exculpatory evidence? I says, no, I also have the law, a conspiracy to deprive rights under the color of law. She says, what is that supposed to mean? I says, that's a whole lot of abuse of power. I says, nobody abided by the rules of professional conduct, code of judicial conduct. I says, and it's mandatory to report misconduct in either or the rules of professional conduct or the code of judicial conduct. It's a legal requirement for all judges and lawyers. These are the legal obligations of all judges and lawyers. This is what makes effective assistance of counsel. Every lawyer and judge in not only in their oath of office, but in the oath of public service, take an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution, which was written to defend and protect we the people from abuse of power. So they got a little upset. I had the exculpatory evidence, I had the rules, the codes I wanted to go over with the state's attorney, but I didn't want to go there alone because I got chased out of there a few times. They told me the same thing. That's not the way we do things. We don't work for you. We work for the government. And they didn't like the fact that I was citing multiple Brady violations, judicial misconduct. When I cited everybody, all the lawyers who worked on my side for ineffective assistance of counsel, the state's attorney for prosecutorial misconduct, and the judge for judicial misconduct, because there's no way my lawyer would have ever gotten away with, or lawyers gotten away with, defying the rules of professional conduct without the judge or the state's attorney letting it go. It's their job, legal obligation, to report him, cite them. It's everybody's job in that courtroom not only to abide by, but to enforce and report any misconduct. I says, that's clearly a conspiracy to deprive rights under the color of law. And I have a multitude of exculpatory evidence, so I want to go over that, which is all right. But I was just letting you know the things I do, what I've been doing, and what upsets them the most is every time I wrote something out, I always use my name, but always asked to be referred as we. What I was doing for me, I was doing for we. What they took from one, they took from all, and I came to get it back. That's what it always ends with. And sometimes it starts when I filed with the Judicial Inquiry Board, I blasted the judge. When I filed with the ARDC, first I blasted the state's attorney in one, and blasted my own attorney in another, cited them for not reporting each other. Everybody's supposed to report each other. Nobody reported each other. I was deprived of my right to effective assistance counsel. Thus, I did not get a fair trial. Thus, I did not receive due process, and that's beyond cruel and unusual punishment. Okay, those are all legal terms. All right, you can Google any of them, but that's what I do, and that's what I've been doing. And I've had a lot of threats, and nearly lost my life one time trying to get this on the record. And they stopped me for a while, but I've been at it again for I don't know how many years. You know. But just let you know what I'm up to and where I get all my information from books I read years ago. You know, I'm an old guy, had to buy a computer, learn how to use the internet, set up the computer and all that stuff, You know, I'm a boomer. But anyways, I'm trying to pass on something, all right? There's a thing I do on Facebook called Legal Reform, and I call it the Protege Project. I'm trying to teach enough people to know what I know so they can continue with what I'm doing. It's strictly non-for-profit. I don't ask for anything. And with my page Legal Reform, the only thing you're asked for is your time. Okay, because there's a lot of stuff you need to know. A lot of laws you need to know. A lot of laws, once you read them, you'll see it's obvious that people are breaking. Violating the oath of office is punishable by fees, or fines, removal from public service, and incarceration. And I think that's what kind of messes them up the most when I bring that up. Okay, have a good night. Been really sick, but I'm scheduled for a CT scan to see what they can do to fix these migraines, these headaches. They've been a constant in my life. CT scans, and then I know there'll be the MRIs. And last time I was in the hospital, I said it could be a tumor, maybe just a blood clot. And I remember hearing them talking about my neck having some damage from some medical history or something. So something to do with spinal fluid, or I don't know. But at least I'm going to find out next week. But I really need somebody to start picking up on all the things I'm posting about. All right? So, and use those laws. Anytime you talk to a lawyer, anytime before you step in front of a judge, make sure you take a copy of the Rules of Professional Conduct with you and the Code of Judicial Conduct with you, so everybody plays it out by the book. Okay, and use a letter of the law. Letter of the law is a quite simple law. Anything that is written must be done word for word to the letter. It's a mandate and interpreting law. Okay, peace and good night. I need to take a nap.